Hi children, good evening. Now we are going to see the last video lesson for this chapter. That is the two more sensory organs, tongue and skin. We have seen three sensory organs already. Now we are going to complete the last two sensory organs. That is what tongue and skin. You can see on the screen there is a tongue and the parts where the taste buds are present. The taste buds we are calling as them papillae, and this papillae are important for what? To know different type of the taste. You can see here circumvallate, filiform, fungiform, and circumterminals. So these are the different papillae which are present in different regions of the tongue and which shows different what taste. Can you see here tip of the tongue? Mostly we can see sweet and what salty taste, and the edges of the tongue it seems sour taste, sweet, salt, sour taste, and bitter. Bitter taste, we can see the rear end of the tongue, the last part. So this is the bitter taste. That's why we can say, we can understand different type of the papillae are present on the tongue, which shows the specific type of the taste. Okay. Now we can see the tongue and the papillae. Already we have seen here. This is the foliate papillae, filiform, fungiform, and circumvallate papillae. So these are the four types. Fungiform, circumvallate, already we have seen on the screen what type of taste they can detect or they can identify, isn't it? And foliate papillae, filiform. There are the tongue is already, you know, that a muscle, isn't it? It is a voluntary muscle which we can work by ourselves. We can control it. And it contains how much? 10,000 taste buds. Okay. And each taste bud located in the walls of the papillae. Taste and our tongue. How we can identify? We can identify this taste which are chemicals in food. The chemicals means what? We are having the carbohydrates, proteins, and liquids, isn't it? There are different. And according to the different chemicals, we can have different tastes also. And the senses of taste and smell, already we have seen that one. There is an interconnection in between these two, taste and what? Smell. And our sense of taste, even gustation, that is called as a what? We can signify that one. Involves four primary qualities or dimensions, like that sweet, sour, bitter, and salty, isn't it? And these are all tastes are common one. But nowadays we got another taste also. What we are saying, if something is yummy like that yummy is not a type of taste, isn't it? Yummy means whatever it may be, sour or sweet or salt. But if you feel it's very nice, then we are saying as what? Yummy taste. And that yummy taste came from the Japanese word, that is savory, means which is a fluid type. When we put on the tongue, it slowly dissolves and then you feel very what? Favorable taste like that. Okay, that flavors will give a tasty, and the smell also. So when adding the smell for that food, then it become too high. So we can't imagine also. That's why we are say a meat taste like that. Okay. It also associated with monosodium glutamate, which is called as hatching. So that means hatching means will catch immediately. When you enter in the what cuisines, mostly we will get the smell first, not taste. First, because of the smell, you will attract. Then we will move immediately in that particular restaurants and cuisines. So that is a type of business tactics to attract the people. Okay, whether it is a tasty or not, but the smell will attract. Understood? That's the what relation in between the smell and taste. And so the small mucous membranes which are having the projections, you can see when you open your tongue, you can see the swelling parts like that, dot, 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 isn't it? So those are nothing but what we call as a papillae. A specialized nerve hotline, which is carry the nothing but taste message to specialized regions of the brain. Okay, it is having no messages for the taste, but it carries the taste activity to where? To the brain. That is called as a hotline nerve, special nerve, like olfactory nerve, auditory nerve, optic nerve. Here we are calling the hotline because there is no proper particular nerve from the tongue. And developmental changes in taste. What the changes we will get from the taste? You can see here there are different taste buds, isn't it? Which shows circumvallate papillae. These are foliate papillae. These are fungiform papillae. Each and every papillae will give its specific taste. So this papillae are very sensitive. Just to keep a little amount on the tongue, immediately you can get taste. Salt, you have no need of pouring all the salt in the. Just give a pinch of thing and just give a 2 or 3 crystals of salt or 2 or 3 crystals of the sugar. Then we can understand what is the taste of those things, isn't it? And just now we have seen already filiform. This is flake-like structures. Okay, filiform. That is what? Flake-like structure. And fungiform, roundish structure. Fungiform, that is what? Like round taste buds. Circumvallate, large round shape. Can you see? These are the large round shape. Here these are the small, but here these are the large round shape. And foliate papillae, bump-like structures. See this bump, round, what the swollen parts like that. So like that, there are different shapes, different locations, and different functions. Okay. And these taste buds present on all of part of the tongue except the filiform papillae that are not the sites of taste sensation. Only the filiform which are not having that much activity of the taste to know. But others, they are activated in different tastes. And you know, when we put the food, mostly we will close our mouth so that we will break down, that we chewing, cutting, everything will happening, that mechanical activity that we call as the mechanical digestion in the mouth itself. Then only once we close the mouth, what will happen? You will get more taste immediately. Why it is happening means the palate, the upper part palate is there, it will press the papillae. Once it press the papillae, what happened? The papillae, the taste buds will be opened, and so that the food will enter into that. And before enter the touch the papillae, the food will mix with saliva inside our mouth. That means it forms as a liquid. So that if the liquid food is there, immediately we can get more taste when compared to the solid food. So solid food should dissolve in the saliva, then it touches, so that what will happen? The food, we will get the taste of that particular food. If you open your mouth, then we won't feel that much taste. That's why if you press with palate, then the taste buds will be opened, the papilla will be opened, and then it helpful to get the taste. Okay. So each receptor cell connects to a nerve fiber, and all the nerve fibers connect to main nerves that carry messages to the brain, and so that spinal cord for further processing. Once you get the taste and it enter into the brain, then the brain interpret the type of the taste. According to that, our muscles will do the reaction, whether it is a good food, then whether which is a bad food, like that. If it is a good food, we will hold, we will eat it, and if it is stale food, then we will throw it. Okay, that is the activity of what? The tongue, which takes to know about the taste and the food items. Next, we are going to see the skin, the last one. Skin is the longest sense organs. Why? Because it is covered throughout the body, isn't it? And this skin is very important to protect our body also, not to get any germs inside. And it consists of 3 layers: epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis. Okay, epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis. Epidermis consists of outer layer, this one. Dermis is middle layer. Mostly hypodermis consists of fat cells, which we call as the sebaceous glands. And this sebaceous glands important to give the fat. The more fat person is having, more fat means it is preserved first in the liver, which is important to get the energy from there. But here, if excess fat is there, it will be form as a layer under the skin. That's why the people will seems like a too fatty. And this fat is important as it acts as a incubator, or we can say it as even it is act as a lubricant also. And those who are mostly fat people, they may not feel that much cold when compared to the thin or lean people. Like because of the presence of fat. You know that fat is won't release the heat outside. Okay. Okay, now come to the epidermis, which is a layer of the skin, outer layer. It consists of mostly dead cells. And importance is what? Protect the body from bacteria and viruses. Whenever we will get any injuries, then the skin will get ruptured, isn't it? And after that, then it forms as a new cells, so that the layer will form, new layer. That is the way of protecting the internal body part. And it keeps water inside the body. So you know, our body is having much more water. If we lose the water, we feel what? Dehydration. It should not take place. So always our body should have what? Water content. And the dead cells. Dead cells means what? Hair. Hair is a dead cell. Do you know that? It is a dead cell. Even nails are also dead cells. When you cut nails, we won't feel pain. When you cut hair, you won't feel. Unless until you pull the hair. Pulling hair means it is having root hair inside, so that you feel pain. But once you cut, you won't feel, because this hair is also dead part. Okay. And under the epidermis, there is a layer called dermis part. So in this dermis part, we are having sweat glands, collagen fibers, vascular tissue, nerves, and blood cells, blood capillaries. All these are present in the dermis part. Even the sweat glands, which secrete the sweat outside to make the body cool. And it has receptors. That means pain receptor, temperature receptors, pressure receptors, which will show the pains and all, and shows the difference of the temperature outside and inside. Okay, these all the receptors present in the dermis part only. And also it having the sweat glands, already we have seen, and sebaceous gland, which form as a what, hypodermis layer. Sweat glands produce sweat, and sebaceous glands produce oil. That's why our skin is oily like that. And there are two types of skins: dry skin and oily skin. When compared to dry skin, oily skin is good, which will give you a healthy type of skin and body. Okay, but those are dry skin people, they have to use moistures and all to make their body what, oily, so that it will be good for the health. And dermis has blood and lymph vessels. I told you, lymph vessels means what? To secrete the lymph, which is having more WBC, so that WBC will take care from the germs. And nutrients, which supply by means of the blood vessels. And come to the each and every part we can see here. Already you have finished the tongue, and what the caring of the tongue. When we are brushing, we have to clean the tongue also, mornings. And better you have to go for the night also, you have to clean it tongue, because it will give a smell before bed if you won't brush it. And wash the mouth cavity after eating the food. Each and every time you have to gargle the water, gargle with water the mouth, so that whatever the particles are present in between the teeth and all, it should be removed. If not, bacteria will produce inside. And if any problem, you have to immediately consult the doctor. Then now, if you see this all, we have completed already the parts. There are one more thing we didn't discuss, that is Malphizian layer. The Malphizian layer is nothing but, there are two layers, cornified layer or stratum corneum. Okay, here in the epidermis, stratum corneum and Malphizian layer down. What is the stratum corneum or cornified layer? Which consists dead cells. I think when you do hard work, the outer layer of the palm will release the layers, skin, outer skin will come out. Why this outer skin will come out? Because of rough activity, whatever you have done, that work will make the cells, upper cells, to get dead. So these layers will come out. Below that, there is a Malphizian layer which produces the new cells. And this type of activity you can see even the sole of the leg. Whenever there is a breaking of the sole and all, then the layers will come out, isn't it? Which are dead. And why these dead cells? And these dead cells are also very important, not to get hurt, so that the sole may not feel pain when you put some stones and all these things, when compared to other parts, isn't it? So that is the importance of the dead cells, or it is called as a cornified layer, which is always substituted by what? Malphizian layer. It will form as a new cells. Whenever you get the hurt, and also that hurt will make the cells dead. So the layer will come out. Below that layer, what you can see, the new layer will form, isn't it? That is called as a Malphizian layer. And including this, the outer membrane also consists of a pigment, melanin pigment, which will give the color of the skin. If the melanin pigment is more, then the person will have dark color complexion. If the melanin pigment is less, then the person is fair. And mostly European countries people, they are very white colorful like that we are thinking. But they are very sensitive for the UV rays. They will immediately attack, and mostly they may get skin allergies, cancers, and all these things. But those who are having dark color, the dominant activities were dark color only. So melanin pigment helpful to absorb the UV rays. That's why people won't get any skin allergies and all this. Those who are dark. Understood? So don't blame dark people are very bad like that. Dark people are very having more strength to get the, and you can see even the dark color people, mostly they are having the shiny skin because the oily content is more, and they are having the healthy skin also. Okay, so here you can see the basal cells and sweat pore, isn't it? This the sweat pore is get here. Sweat glands are there, and hair outside, but hair follicles are present in the dermis part. So that if you cut here, then there is no pain. But if you pull the hair, then this part is a sensitive part, so you feel the pain. And including this artery and veins are so there, so that it helpful to nourish the skin part. Okay, and adipose tissue, already I told you, that is in the subcutaneous tissue, which is consists of fat content. Okay, it helpful for lubricant, and also it's act as a thermal, like not to lose the heat from the body. And sense organ, the skin is a very effective sense organs for touch, which is done by means of cutaneous receptors. Skin is called as a cutaneous. I think you know that cutaneous respiration, the frog which takes place, the respiration by means of skin, that is called as a cutaneous respiration because of the moisture condition of the skin. And it is the largest organ, as we have discussed. It provides the first level of protection to the body. And already I told you about the melanin pigment. And then sweat, touch, temperature, pressure, which is caused in the skin itself. And it contains the separate receptors, that is called tactile receptors by touching. Then Pacinian corpuscles for pressure. Then nociceptors for temperature. Okay, like that, they are all stimulate when we expose to sunlight, and the skin becomes dark to protect, etc. So these are the what excretion, secretion. You know, skin is also excretory organ, just like kidney and lungs. Why? They excrete the waste materials in the form of sweat. Sweat is a salty test, isn't it? Why? Because it consists of some salts. And if you get more sweat also, it is not good because you may lose the water, so that the person may get dehydrated. Okay, and absorption, sensation, and regulation of the body temperature, protection, all these are the various functions of the skin. And I think you know that there is a Braille script. That is because of touching only. Those who are blind persons, they will go for this Braille script. I think you know it, isn't it? So I am giving here then alphabets. So when they touch one swollen part, because they are having the what we can say elevations, to form the elevations, isn't it? And depressions. So elevations, and according to the depressions, then they will understand what is that word and what's the sentence and all. So this is the type of the elevations and the depressions which the Braille people will use. Okay, A means 1, B means 2, C means this, and B means vertical, C means horizontal, D means 2 and 1. So they will touch. According to this touching, they can understand the word. Okay, So the visually impaired students can read the script merely by touching. And who discovered that? Braille. That's why the name has given Braille script. How to clean our body? We should take bath regularly. Use soap to clean the body, isn't it? If any redness or itching or any type of the disease we are having for the body, then what we have to do? We have to go for the doctor immediately. You should consult the doctor. And what are the diseases which get for the skin? Viral diseases like measles, chickenpox. I think mostly we are getting during the summer season only because of that too much sweat. Okay. And bacterial diseases like leprosy, now it is eradicated. Leukoderma, it is also like a cancer. The disease due to the deficiency of melanin pigment. Okay. And pellagra, the disease due to the deficiency of vitamins. Pellagra is vitamin B complex. So if you lack of this vitamin, you will get that what? Pellagra. Fungal diseases like ringworms. So those are giving the itching and the pain for the fingers corners, even for the toes corners, even the sole, that means feet down. If you move mostly in the water and all, these fungal diseases you will get. That's why we have to take care about this skin. You can see here diseases of the skin. Just this type of the rashes, different type of rashes will give different type of the what, the type of the diseases. Okay, so go through properly and take care about your sense organs. Sense organs are the gateway of knowledge. We see, we hear and feel the nature by these sense organs, isn't it? If we don't have eyes, we can't feel any pleasure. And if we can't hear, means we can't hear the melodious songs, music. And you know, music is healing activity for the so many diseases also. Like the same, the taste. If there is no taste, no hungry. So you can't enjoy your food. Like the same beauty of the body, beauty of the skin only. And we have seen nose. So many flavors you can enjoy with that flavors. That's why we have to take care about our sense organs. Without these sense organs, there is no life at all, which leads to better livelihood, isn't it? So go through it properly, structure and all, and the importance of each and every body part and how to take care and what are the different activities are there in this sense organs. Okay, take care. With that, we have completed this topic.